So welcome. There is a word in Sanskrit called santosha, and santosha means contentment. It means accepting what you currently have and not constantly thinking about what you don't have, about being in a state of lack. So when you're content, you feel gratitude. Now, things go wrong, right? You might be having a lousy day, but you can take a few minutes, just a few minutes, to just stop and pause. Close your eyes and think about maybe one or two, maybe three things that you are grateful for that day. Could be tiny things like the bird singing outside your window, like that first cup of brew in the morning. That we have so much to be grateful for, even when problems seem insurmountable. To be grateful, we also need to have an open heart. And we will work on that a bit today, opening up our heart. So with that in mind, please close your eyes and come inside. And focus on your breath. Bring your awareness fully to your breath. Noticing how your body changes form. When you inhale, you get bigger. When you exhale, you get smaller. Just notice. And let your next inhale fill up your lungs. Feel a big, deep inhale. And a very slow, long exhale. When you inhale, think of one thing you are grateful for. And when you exhale, let it go and share it with the world, with the universe. Inhale, feel gratitude. Exhale, share it. Dhanyavad is the Sanskrit words for I feel gratitude. It is more than just a thank you. It is a deep feeling of gratitude. See if you can come inside to that place with every breath of deep gratitude. Dhanyavad. Dhanyavad. Then after your next exhale, return to your natural rhythm of breathing and open your eyes. Place your hands alongside your hips, right? We do this almost every time. And walk your right fingers away. Stretch your whole left side body, sending your left fingers to the right, bending your right elbow to give your body space between your shoulder and your ear. Inhale, both arms to center. Take a deep breath in, send your arms back behind you, Yoga Mudra, interlace your fingers, knuckles to the earth, open up your heart, your first heart opener, little baby back bend. Inhale, and then on an exhale, fold over your legs any amount as far, and it's very early in class, so don't push. And then with an inhale, unfold, bring yourself back up. Release your arms. Walk your left fingers away. Right arm, right fingers reaching to the left. Feel the stretch on your side body. Remember to drop your shoulder. Inhale, both arms to center. Exhale, send your arms back behind you, your hands on the mat, fingers pointing forward. You're resting on your wrists. And you're going to go open your heart a bit more deeply than we did before, big heart opener. And it feels, I feel like a dragon's breath, right? So let's do 3, maybe 4 dragon's breath, breathing in through the nose with a sigh out through the mouth. Ha, ha, ha. Once more. Ha. Spring off your hands, off your fingers, and fold over your legs. Notice if you come down a little bit farther, maybe a little bit, maybe not at all, maybe less. And then unfold slowly. All right. Extend your legs, shake them out. Rotate your legs all the way up from your hip joint. And then pause. Bring the soles of your feet together. Hands on shins. And let's do some cats and dogs. On an inhale, bend your elbows, send your heart, your open heart forward. On an exhale, curl your spine back behind you. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, cat spine. Continue at your own pace, noticing your spine, the undulation of your spine. Noticing your breath, inhaling and exhaling. The next time you're in your cat spine, you're going to pause. I'm going to wait for everyone to get there. And then you're going to send your nose, you'll bend your elbows a little bit, send your nose down in between your legs, diving underneath the water, and then coming up for a breath of air. Exhaling as you go into your cat spine, inhaling as you dive deep into, up from the water, as you come up from the water. Exhale. Continue that exhale, inhale, as you begin your rise upward. And then the next time you are up in a neutral spine, pause. Right, good. Come back onto your hands just the way we were before, fingers pointing forward. Keep your feet where they are. On an inhale, you're going to place your right knee over your left, any amount, don't have to touch. Inhale to center, exhale, opposite side. Inhale, exhale, Inhale and exhale. Come back to center. Come up to a neutral spine. Bring your fingers onto your shoulders, your elbows reaching out to the side, and make circles with your elbows. I can hear the percussion section of my skeletal orchestra when I do this. And then pause and go the opposite way. And then pause. Place your right hand on your left shoulder, your left on your right. So elbow is over elbow. Inhale, send your elbows up to the ceiling. Exhale, send your elbows to the mat. Inhale, back to center. Inhale. Exhale, a twist, send your elbows to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left. I'm going to go through that one more time, only this time you're going to come to center and you're going to switch arms, which arm is on top. And we'll start with our elbows on an inhale, reaching up for the sky. On an exhale, reaching for your mat. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Coming back to center, release your arms. All right. Lengthen your legs. So we're going to do our twist a little differently this morning. You're going to bring your right leg into your chest and step it over your left. And you're going to wrap your left arm around your right leg and twist to look over your right shoulder. Remember, the same thing applies in this twist, that when you inhale, you get taller, and when you exhale and you're empty of breath, see if you can twist a little bit more. Notice if it's a little bit easier to twist, if you can twist more this way than in Sukhasana, than in your seated cross-legged position. Bring your right arm alongside your right ear. Inhale, and on an exhale, counter twist over to the other side. Look over your left shoulder. Bring both arms alongside your ears and twist back to center. Extend your right leg. All right, take a breath and then bring your left leg in. Step it over your right. Wrap your right arm around your left leg. Look over your left shoulder. Maybe we can try using these pauses to think about something we're grateful for, like how well you're twisting today. It's better than thinking about what you need to pick up on the way home, right? Bring your left arm alongside your left ear and counter twist. Look over your shoulder. Both arms up alongside your ears. Come back to center. Uncross your legs. All right. So we're going to do Tadasana. So bring the soles of your feet together, and Tadasana is a star. and it's a 6-pointed star. Forearm over forearm, right in front of your chest. Inhale, exhale, come forward just a little bit and try to keep your back straight as your back allows. Inhale, exhale, a little bit more. Inhale, exhale, bring your forearms down on your legs, or maybe they'll just float midair. You're still going to see the 2 diamond shapes you've just created with your body, a 6-pointed star. Maybe you can slide your arms a little wider, sending your elbows a little farther away so that you can see the base of that triangle a little better. And then on inhale, you're going to lift your arms just the way they are, come back up and open up. All right. Okay, time for, let's start in child's pose. Arms overhead, stretched out, fingers forward. You're going to come onto your right fingertips and you're going to thread your left arm underneath your right. Look under your right arm. And if you want to come a little closer to the mat with your shoulder, bring your shoulder down a little bit more and stretch it a little bit more. Lift your hips a little bit and see if you can get down. Not a requirement, just a suggestion. And then unthread. Parallel arms again. Come up on your left fingertips and thread your right arm. And look under your left arm. And same thing here, if you want to come closer to the mat. We want to have our shoulders nice and stretched this morning. So we're going to do a little eagle later. And then unthread and arms straight overhead. Hands flat. Lift your hips, bring your heart forward between your arms, lengthen your legs behind you. Inhale, exhale, send your hips to your heels, toward your heels. They may not touch. They may not come very close at all. Inhale. Come forward. Let's do that again. Send your hips back slowly. And then on an inhale, come forward. So let's make circles with our hips now. Send your hips over to the left, back behind you, to the right, and forward, and continue. And the next time you're forward, pause and go in the other direction. Don't forget to breathe. No holding breath. And then the next time you are facing forward, pause, turn under your toes, lift your hips, straighten your legs, downward facing dog. Bringing heels closer to the mat, sending your chest towards your thighs, pushing the mat away with your hands. Slide your shoulders forward, place your left knee on the mat under your left hip, swivel your right foot, so that you're on the sole of your right foot and fan open to the right. Now send your arm alongside your ear and send your toes in the opposite direction. They may even come off the mat a little bit to stretch your whole side body, your full side body from toes to fingers. And then bring it down. Bring your knee down. Turn under your toes, downward facing dog. This time, you're going to come forward slowly and place your right knee under your right hip. Swivel your left foot on the mat. Fan open to the left. And then stretch your left arm alongside your left ear, your left toes reaching in the opposite direction. Feel that full, long stretch. Bring your hand down, bring your knee down, child's pose. Lift your hips. Come to table. So in your table, you're going to slide your wrists under your shoulders or slightly forward of your shoulders, and your knees under your hips. You might want to walk up to the top of your mat so you have room behind you to stretch out your legs. Send your right leg back behind you. Come on the ball of your right foot. Lift it up hip high. You can stay here or you can extend your left arm alongside your left ear. Make sure your shoulder is over your wrists or just behind it, your right shoulder, and bring everything down. All right, other side. Left leg reaches straight behind you. Lift it hip high. And of course, any amount works. If you can't get if for any reason today, you can't get your leg up that high, that's fine. Right arm alongside right ear. Toes pointed to the mat. And then bring it down. All right, good. Slide your hands toward your legs and come to stand on your knees. All right. So let's do our hamstring quad stretch. So you can use blocks if you have them to help you with your balance here, sending your right leg forward. All right. And walk it forward a little bit more. Stream your arms back behind you. Inhale, slide forward. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Slide your foot back if you want to use the block for support, and bring your knee back down. All right, other side, ready? Left. Walk your foot away. So I know you all remember, the farther away your back leg is, the more of an angle it's at, the more you'll stretch your quadricep muscles, your front thigh muscles. Arms reaching behind you. Inhale, slide forward, send your hips toward the back of your left leg. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale once more. Inhale. Exhale, bring your arms down, step back, bring your knee back. All right. Open up your arms nice and wide. And open up your heart. Big, brave heart. Imagine wings, right? And a big, brave heart. And then you're going to close your wings, send your hips back behind you to come into a child's pose, a pose of humility, of introspection. And then on an inhale, rise up, open up those wings, open up your heart. Exhale, come back down, humility. Once more, inhale, honor and praise, and open heart. And then relax your arms. Okay. So let's come up to stand. If you have a block or a pillow or something that looks like a block or that can substitute for a block, have that handy. At first, we're going to do our mountain, right? So what do? We have our feet firmly into the earth, right under our hip crest, yeah? Send your shoulders forward, up, back, down. Let your arms fall comfortably by your side. Crown of your head is reaching upward. Head over heart, looking forward. Inhale, gather. Exhale, bring your prayer to your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Okay. So we're going to do our eagle pose today. And if you have a block, place it outside your left foot on the lowest level. Right? And shift your weight to your left leg. So you're coming on the ball of your right leg. Right? You're going to bend your knees a little bit and cross your right leg over your left, stepping on the block. And then uncross. And we'll do that on the other side. And on the other side, I'll do it without the block, so that instead of landing on the block, you're going to land on the mat. So bend your knees just slightly, lift your left leg, cross it over your right, the ball of your foot on the mat. Yeah. And bend your knees a little bit. Yes. Yes. And send your arms straight out in front of you. And then uncross, spread your wings. Okay, so now we're going to do that. You can use the block. The reason I like the block is because it gives you the height you would have if you were doing it without a, but that's not gentle yoga. So we're doing gentle, right? So by crossing your right over your left and bringing the ball of your foot to the mat, that's wonderful, bent knees, or the block. So it gives you that feeling of height, yeah? Arms straight out in front of you. And you're going to cross left over right. And maybe you'll just take the backs of your hands together and bring your elbows as close together as is comfortable. Or maybe you can cross elbows and wrap your wrists for your eagle. Wherever you are, either way, bring your thumb to your third eye, right between your brows. And you're going to squat as best as possible with all of these twisty limbs. And then you're going to inhale and exhale. And then on your next inhale, you're going to fly away. Open up your arms. All right. So bend your legs again, just a little. Cross left over right. Yeah. Right over left. Third eye. And squat any amount. I know it's a little bit more difficult with these hands in front of your face. But you know, that's your eagle beak. And then when you fly away, it's your eagle arms. All right. So our next standing pose is a tree pose. So equal weight on both your legs. And just a little tip about equal weight on both your legs. Sometimes by the sink or on a line, you know, standing in a line, and I do this. And I have to remind myself to do this, or I do this. I have to remind myself. So this is a suggestion for you to make note when you do that, when you shift your weight, because you want to keep your weight as even as possible at all times. So try not to do that. It's better for your hips and your knees. Okay. Tree pose. So you're going to shift your weight now to your left leg as you bend your right knee. Now, the difference here is that you want to keep your hips square as possible so that we don't have this or this. You want to keep them square. And then turn out your leg to the side. Let your heel rest on your ankle. Bring your hands to your heart. Find a drishti, a focal point, the opposite wall from where you're looking, to help you with your balance. And maybe you can slide the arch of your right foot to your calf, or not, or just leave it down. And then grow your branches. So wherever your leg is, beautiful. And to challenge your balance just a little bit, make sure those hips are even, and see if you can let your leaves fly in the wind. And then bring your hands down to your heart. Step your foot down. All right. Come on the ball of your left foot. Turn it out. Check your hips. Hands to your heart. And you decide if you want to lift your leg or keep it down. Yeah. And grow your tree. All right. Good. I see a lot of high legs on Zoom. And then challenge that balance by blowing in the wind, and bring it down. Bring your hand down and relax. All right. So we're going to try something. We're going to combine those two poses. We're going to do this very slowly and very gently. Bend your knees a little bit. Cross right over left. This time, keep the ball of your foot on the mat. So you're bending down. Bring your eagle arms out in front, left over right. And if it just is distracting to you to have your thumb at your third eye, then don't do that. You want to be comfortable. Squat a little bit. Open those wings. Come to stand fully on your left leg. Then send your right leg into a tree. Beautiful. So that our eagle flies into the tree. And release it. All right. Step left over right. Bend your knees a bit. Arms straight out as you dip your hips down a little bit. Right over left. Eagle arms. Squat down. As you begin to bring your weight fully on your right leg and open your wings, you'll send your left leg to your tree pose. Eagle flying in to the tree. Bring your hands to your heart and release. All right. Okay, so I think it's time to come back down on to the mat. Let's do this with a little style, right? Okay, with a little few yogic moves. So bend your knees, hands on your thighs. Send your heart forward. Send your spine back behind you. Slide your hands down your legs. Let your hips come with you, of course. Bring your hands to the mat or to blocks, and then make your way the rest of the way down. When you get there, come to sit with your legs straight out in front of you. Toes pointing to the sky. Bend your knees a little bit. Inhale your arms up alongside your ears. You're going to inhale, and on an exhale, engage your abdominal muscles and hinge. Remember, hinging from your hips, not your belly, and reach for the outside of your feet or your ankles or your calf, whatever you comfortably reach. And then straighten your legs any amount. Paschimottanasana, the Western stretch. And then slide your hands back, unfold, and make your way onto your back. And place your feet on the mat and lengthen your spine by sending your hips a little bit towards your heels. And send your right leg up to the sky. Your left knee comes into your chest. And then you're going to send your right leg down, hovering over the mat, or it can touch. It's okay to touch it. And then you're going to switch. Take your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg, and go back and forth. And then bring both knees into your chest and roll from side to side. Bring your feet to the mat. Press both your shoulders into the mat and release them. Inhale, press into the mat and release them. Inhale, press in and release them. Open your knees out to the side. See if you can bring the soles of your feet together. That's what I wanted to get out. And then bring your arms into a cactus shape. And we're going to roll from side to side, closing the book. We're going to do this with 3 movements. So inhale and then exhale, close right over left arm and leg, like you're closing a book. Inhale back to center and then over to the other side. That's your 3 movements. Inhale when you're in center, exhale. So notice we're massaging our whole backs here by doing this. And the next time you are folded over to the right, pause, and then come back to center. Bring your arms alongside your ears, feet on the mat. And then send one leg up to the sky and then the other, if you have a block or a blanket, you can lift your hips and place it under your sacrum, which is just below your waist. And then send your legs straight up. A gentle inversion, right? Your legs are against an invisible wall. And just relax here. Allow this pose to put you into the beginning of deep relaxation. It slows your heart. Like your heart slows as you come to rest in your bed. And you can come out at any time. And you can go right into Shavasana whenever you wish. All right, and if you haven't already, then bring your feet to the mat, lift your hips, come into Shavasana. Legs extended, arms along your side, rotated arms so that your palms face upward. Allow your whole body to let go, connecting to the earth. Your heart is wide open. It's a good time to think of some things that you are grateful for as you follow your breath with an open heart. Take a deep breath, let it go. Begin to reawaken your body, roll your head from side to side. Gentle movements with your hands and feet. Send your arms overhead back behind you, your feet in the opposite direction for a full body stretch. And then bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side. And then come to center and roll over onto your left side, exposing the sun side to prepare you for your day ahead, counterpose to our rainy day. And as you're ready, make your way up to sit and bring your hands to your heart. If you are not staying for meditation, I wish you a beautiful day, and remember to think of that which you are most grateful. Dhanyavad. And if you are staying, then get yourself into your comfortable seat. Close your eyes, come inside. In today's meditation, we're going to write 4 letters of gratitude. So let's begin by first following our breath. So notice your breath. And notice how when you give it full attention, it takes all of your attention. So your mind is less likely to wander, but if it does, that's perfectly okay. Just acknowledge your thoughts and then come back to your breath. The first letter, thank you letter we're going to write is a thank you to ourselves. Thank you to yourself. Dear body, thank you for taking me where I wish to go. Thank you for all my senses allowing me to feel, see, hear, taste, and smell. Gifts that enrich my everyday experiences. Thank you, dear heart, for every heartbeat, for your nourishing rhythm. And thank you to all of my vital and intricate inner network. Thank you. Thank you, dear body, for being so unique. Like a work of art sculpted just for me. Thank you for keeping me whole and alive inside this beautiful place so I can live this precious life. My next letter is to the earth and the heavens. Thank you, dear Mother Earth, for embracing me and weaving me into your precious ecosystem. Thank you for the sunrise that fills me with hope, for the colors you paint all around me, the greens, blues, yellows, reds, and all the shades in between. Thank you for the rain that nourishes your flora, for the rainbows that color the sky, for the food you give us so generously. Thank you for the snow that shimmers like frosting and invites children to play. Thank you for the sunset that calms my heart, for the evening sky filled with sparkling stars that tickle my eyes. And thank you, dear moon, for illuminating the night sky and keeping us close to this earth, our home. And our next letter is a thank you to every person and every creature we have ever known. Thank you. Thank you to those with whom I have clashed, as well as those who I have loved deeply. Thank you all. Thank you for the lessons you taught me that allowed me to grow. Thank you for your unconditional love, your patience, your guidance. Thank you for making me laugh, for sharing my tears, for listening to my heart. Thank you for making me stronger by challenging my beliefs, my instincts, for contributing to who I am today and who I will be tomorrow. Our last thank you letter is to the divine spirit, whatever that means to you, to your spirit that lives in you and with which you unite. Thank you for filling me with your divine unconditional love. Thank you for keeping me safe, for holding me close, for giving me courage and letting me know how powerful I am and that I will thrive. Thank you. And bring your awareness to your heart center, to your beating heart. And take a moment to think of all the special things in your life, for which you are grateful. Take a deep breath and bring your hands in prayer to your heart. Dhanyavad. I am grateful, deep, deep gratitude for all of you. Dhanyavad.